Hello everyone, welcome back to Silent Hill 4. We are going to continue on with the game. So I'd actually forgotten that before we get to the apartment world, we actually have building world that's up next. For some reason I just completely blocked out building world out of my mind, so we got to go pay a visit there first to that place. I think we checked everything in the apartment last time. Oh, look at that. That's a rare one. She's actually shaving her armpits. So now we're really getting into creepy levels of spying on Eileen. Henry, you need to get out of there. This is actually pretty rare. I've heard this cutscene, not cutscene, whatever this is. It only happens maybe every hundreds or so playthroughs. It's really rare to actually get this action here. Although I dare wager it's probably even rarer for someone to shave any part of their body on their actual bed. Wouldn't that be something you do in the bathroom? And now she's gone. Yeah, I think what you see in Eileen's apartment, the stuff you see there is basically random. Sometimes you get a common one, otherwise you'll get one that's more rare. Either way, Henry is kind of reaching stalkerish levels of surveying Eileen in her apartment building now, or her apartment. The hole's even bigger now. There's a lot of noise coming from inside the hole. Will you go in? Sure. Why not? I actually lowered the gameplay volume a little. Because I was looking at the last YouTube video I uploaded and I realized this game is pretty damn loud. I don't think I need to increase my voice volume because it's not as loud as Astrobot. And it's a pretty quiet game in certain parts. When you're not fighting the monsters, that's when the volume spikes up. So I don't think I need to increase that just yet, but I did lower the volume just a tad. Because like some of those squishing sounds when you squish those slugs in the water prison are really loud. And like here. I've never even figured out what that noise is supposed to be. Like, is this just the monsters up top, or? It almost sounds like a monster growling. Now this may seem counterintuitive because we were just at the apartment building. One thing you want to do here is you do want to go back to the hole just to check out if anyone's at your door. They may leave you a note, slip you something under the door. It may seem counterproductive because, like I said, we were just at the apartment, but you want to go back and check. See? There's knocking there. If the new settings work out alright, I might make them uniform for all videos. So once we finish Alan Wake 2 and Alone in the Dark and the rest of the games we have, we might just make that one the standard setting for all the audio. I think this is the one where you peek through the window. Peek through the hole right there and there's no one there. Better check on your neighbor soon. So I think if you don't go back in the hole right away, you might miss that one. Eileen is not here. We still can't get Andrew's head to show up outside the window. That's a very rare event too. Nothing on the radio. It's pretty much random whether you see his head floating outside or not. It's pretty rare. I don't think we need anything else. We're gonna be exchanging the pipe for a bat soon. Yeah, I didn't play this yesterday because I hesitated because I thought we were gonna do Building World, and that not Building World, Apartment World, and that one takes a little over an hour, which I did not have. But no, we're actually doing Building World first, so probably should have played it yesterday. It's been a long time since I played this game. I completely forgot in what order some of the worlds are in. That's a lot of monkeys. It's a lot of 8 men right there. Oddly enough, you never see that many of them. I believe this was also in the E3 trailer for Silent Hill 4. The introductory trailer back when they did E3 events. The good old days. We had a state of play yesterday from Sony, 6 p.m. Boy, that thing sucked. There were like 2, maybe 3 at most good announcements. One is the Soul Reaper remasters, which I'll get to in a... I'll get further into that in the next Astrobot video, but we had that. We had this weird looking game that seems like a horror action game called Hell Is Us. That was pretty nice. And then we had some news on like Monster Hunter, and which I'm not interested in, but then we had the Ghost of Tsushima sequel, or spin-off rather, because now it's Ghost of Yotai, something like that, starring a completely different character. But I'm not really that interested in that game, so that wasn't big for me. Like, the best announcement was actually the Legacy of Kain Soul Reaper remasters. Those damn monkeys are making too much noise. All that banging. What's a car doing here? Well, it makes you hopeful that eventually Konami will wake up and do a proper remaster of this game and all the Silent Hill games. I'd even take one for Origins, just because I like Origins, but also like the PS2 port was a bit too dark. You really gotta upgrade the brightness on that to make it really bright, and then it just looks washed out. So I wouldn't mind. I would not mind if Konami kind of did a little remaster for that and actually fixed the darkness in it. You know, so we can actually see where the hell we're going. Back off, monkey man. The monkeys are not too aggressive here, these guys, but you will run into a type later on that's much more fearsome and stronger. I believe these are called gumheads because of the way their skull looks kind of rubbery. Like I said, these are not very aggressive, but you will run into the aggressive type later on. And they have weapons too. They have golf clubs. This is always a bit funny here.
Ouch! Damn it!
He falls all that long distance and the only thing he has to say is ouch. Should have broken his elbow right there. And his ribs.
You're a real person.
That guy looks crazy.
Hey, you're the guy that lives across from me.
Yeah, my name's Henry.
I'm Richard Braintree, from 207. What the hell's happened to us? That hole in this freaky world. But if you're here too, then there must be something wrong with the whole apartment building. That must explain what happened to that other guy too.
What other guy?
The guy who lived in 302 before you. A journalist. He disappeared one day. He got pretty crazy towards the end. Shut himself up in his room and wouldn't come out. Anyway, I'm getting the hell out of here. You should too, if you know what's good for you.
Wait. Watch out for that kid.
It's funny how he thinks he's gonna easily get out of that place. Take care of these guys first. One thing also, some of them don't attack you unless you get close to them, like that one near the door. Unless you actually go over there, he's not gonna attack you. I'd say these are the easiest probably to fight with melee weapons because they're very slow. They don't react as fast as the double hits do. That was just guarding the door. You can also see when they're gonna strike. They telegraph their attacks. Not like the dogs. As long as you have a weapon with good range, you can take them down easily. Stomp him for good measure. What's the car doing here? I've seen this sign before, but even so, where am I? Now it's interesting he mentions the hole, because that means that if it's anything like the hole in Henry's apartment, he went in there willingly. So it makes you wonder if he had just stayed in his apartment building, maybe whoever's hunting down these people couldn't have actually gotten him, right? Because the way he says it implies that he went willingly into the hole like Henry did. Like maybe he should just stay in his apartment. But I'm also going to show you something else once we're able to get back into the hole. This is in the trailer too, and the opening cutscene or intro. There's birthday cake and champagne here. It's locked. There's a weird sword stuck in his stomach, and he's holding something in his hand. Got the ghost key. Now this sword is very important. You do want to pick it up, but not yet. You want to wait until you're near the end, when you're ready to leave this world. That's when you pick up this sword. You don't want to pick it up right now, because the guy is gonna get up eventually. Not right away, but he will get up eventually and follow you all through here. And he is fast. This guy is probably one of, if not... No, I think he is like the second fastest ghost in the entire game. The first fastest would be this high school kid named Peter something. I forgot his last name, but we meet him later on. That was the fastest, but this one is easily a close second, so you don't want to mess with him too much. Even though he's weak, he only takes like a few attacks before you down him. You want to leave him here, because remember, as long as you don't go back to the final section of the game, you can always come back here. So we just leave him be for now. Just ignore him. Just ignore him. When we're good and ready, we'll pick up the sword. I always found the screen interesting. I wonder what's hiding behind here. Sounds organic. Or like some type of tarp or something. Now if you don't pick up the sword, it will be waiting for you when you revisit Building World later on. But I do not recommend that. You need that sword beforehand. Take the pistol bullets. What the hell? Something reeks. That's Henry's trademark catchphrase in the entire game. What the hell? Alright, here we go. We got a golf club first of all. Got a 5-iron. It's filled with volleyballs. But more importantly, we got this. It's an aluminum bat. Aluminum alloy bat. Reasonably powerful and easy to use as a weapon. So yeah, now we can permanently switch to the bat and we can say goodbye to the iron pipe. This bat is made out of plastic. It's totally useless as a weapon. Maybe it depends on how hard you hit it. That one's locked. Now one thing, it is kind of easy to get lost in this particular world. Because it's all disorganized. Got him. Look at that, one shot. Much easier than the pipe, right? Way easier. And that's still not the best weapon. The best weapon is yet to come. Alright, let's grab this dog. If he comes over here. Even though it sounds more like a hyena than a dog. Stop. That's 2. We got 2 so far. Oh, that was glitching out. Look at that. That is ugly. Well, that means we can, Oh, really? Back off, guys. I guess it doesn't really matter since he's glitched out anyway, but still. Damn, he stomped him right on the counter? Get rid of these guys. We need them out of the way once the ghost comes through here later. It's enough cat food for an army of cats. How do you know what an army of cats eats? There's pet food here. Well, that's still not that many boxes of cat food. What is it, like 5? Come on, that's not that much cat food. Some cats would eat that whole box by himself or by themselves. So you can go down here, but I do not recommend it because I'll tell you why. There is a ghost down there. And since we can't actually do anything in that room until much later, I do not recommend going down there. You can if you want, but like I'm warning you, it's not advised. Because there's no reason to go down there just yet. If you want to see what that thing looks like, what that room looks like, I will, well, I won't show it to you, but you can look it up on YouTube. It's the upside down room. It's like this clockwork room that's completely upside down. Henry walks on the ceiling. You can look it up on YouTube. I'm not going to go there because I'm not going to trigger the ghost. Because there's no point. We actually can't do anything in that room until like the very end of the game almost. So there's no point in even going there. Should we leave this stuff behind or... You know, let's kill these guys first, then we'll go downstairs. Actually, let's kill this guy first. Ooh, this one's the aggressive one. You gotta be careful with this one. That one hits kind of hard. Just go right up to him. Yeah, those are the dangerous ones. They're especially dangerous if they have clubs. Some of them will actually be armed with golf clubs later on. Yeah, the charge up move actually comes in pretty handy over here. Damn, look like I got him. Stomp both of them. Oh, got up. Let's see if this will kill him. I think it might kill him. Yep, when you hear that crunching sound, he's done. There might be one more left, I'm not sure. Ooh. Well, that's the dangerous one too. We don't want to mess with that one. This is one of the elements of the game where I was disappointed because these guys sound so scary in the actual intro, and when you get into the actual game, they're just goofy looking monkeys. Like they sounded like really savage animals in the intro cutscene for the game. But when you actually get in the game, they're just goofing around. See, that one's armed with a club. Oh, he dropped his golf club. We can actually steal it from him. The golf club is what makes him dangerous, especially if you find yourself getting ganged up on them. Like if they gang up on you 2 or 3 at a time, that can easily make quick work of your health meter. Finally, just kill this guy already, Jesus. Got another 5 iron. Oh, was that the one he took from us? Oh yeah, I think that might have been our own weapon. He just stole it from us. I think I'm gonna go back upstairs and save because we're at half health. I don't want to use any health items. So I think I'm gonna go back upstairs into the hole and leave the golf clubs behind because I think we are gonna be picking up some ammo and health supplies soon, so we're gonna have the space. I believe this might also be where we find certain best weapon in the game later on. Let's see if the radio's functioning again. Yeah, we're gonna reload the gun in case we need it. We're gonna store those 6 bullets. Regarding that cutscene, or like that scene with Eileen shaving her pits, I'm sure some perps would have preferred to see her shaving something else, but too bad, that's all you get. It's the pits or nothing. Got 36 bullets. Let's see, we're low on health items, we gotta get some more of those, so... Somehow between now and like the halfway point of the game, we gotta accumulate some more health items. Nope, Andrew's head is still not showing up. Oh, there it is right there. You saw it? You saw it floating down? You can't see it if you You can't see it if you peek through out the window. You have to just be walking towards it. Now, if you look at the apartment building, what do you see right there? Richard is asleep. So that means the world we're in is some type of either alternate dimension only accessible through like through your dreams, or it is like some type of dream world. Because you see here, you see he's right there. Physically he's there, his mind is somewhere else. So that shows you that a hole is probably not actually physically opening in Henry's apartment building. There's the Robbie the Rabbit balloon. Yeah, so he is right there. Looks like she's watching a horror movie. He's just staring at it, trying to figure out what's going on in the apartment building. He's just trying to piece it together. What's going on in this creepy apartment? Okay, we recovered our health, stored away our unnecessary items, so now we're gonna go proceed further down. We actually get a cutscene after this, I think in the elevator. This PS2 controller really needs some oil so that the joystick will loosen up a bit, the analog stick, because it almost sounds like it's stuck. Elevator's not here. You can see there's a hole right there, and there's another one of those doors that we have not opened yet. Yeah, we do get a cutscene here. Remember, we gotta go back to the ghost eventually, before we leave the area. He's got a revolver.
Are you the kid he was talking about? You live in that apartment too, huh? Say, you look a lot like a little punk that I once caught sneaking around there. Do you know something about what's going on? Hey! Hey, you! Stop!
Yeah, we can't fight those guys. It does not clip through. Elevator's not here. Obviously, because that was the one Richard was taking. Yep, we cannot access that area just yet. Is there anything useful here? Health? Bullets? Nope. Oh yeah, there it is right there. The health drink. We'll need those for the second half of the game. So this game is very divisive back when it first came out because of changes in the gameplay and the atmosphere too. They changed a lot of stuff. It's still pretty divisive among fans, I think. You have fans who love it, you have fans who hate it. I think it's possibly a hidden gem, but it's also very rough and unpolished. That's the thing, like you cannot play this game and ignore its flaws completely. It does have some severe flaws that the other Silent Hill games do not. And you'll see what I mean later on when we get into the second half of the game. You'll see exactly what those flaws are. You've already seen a little bit of it with the rough controls and combat. There's definitely more negatives than positives in some places. You know, more bad than good when it comes to certain things. Like I told you before, the purple looking ones are the female version of the dogs. Those are much more aggressive. Those are much more aggressive than their male counterparts. Stay still, you freak. Got him. The key to this is that you gotta stay patient. And try not to trigger the dogs. Because then you're gonna get gang banned on all sides. By the dogs, the ape, or just gang up on you and quickly kill you. The downside to the bat is that even though it's strong, it does not have good range. Again, where it's distracted. Yeah, you can tell by kind of like the red coloring, reddish purple color. Those are the female ones, and they're much more aggressive. I think that says liquor store, right? You know, this is all very generic. It doesn't really have a lot of specific names. You want to get rid of these apes. Because I think if you don't, they will be here when you return to this area. So you want to get rid of them now. It helps that they move slowly, so that helps you avoid getting trapped by them. I think there's 5 of them in total. Yeah, try to stay in this corner here, because it's easier to fight them here than it is to fight them in over by the door. Yeah, where'd he go? Yeah, that one has a club. We don't wanna put him just yet. I'm trying to find the other one. Where'd he go? Oh! That was a huge hit. There you go. Got him. Okay, so he won't aggro as long as you don't approach the door, so we can catch him by surprise here. Because once Henry starts his animation, you can't take damage. You see? No! We have to kill him. God damn it. One more hit should do it, but we gotta get him away from the door because otherwise Henry's just gonna walk right through it again. There we go. Finally. Got him. Let's collect that golf club too. Got a pitching wedge. I didn't know what those terms used to mean before I started following golf. So a pitching wedge is basically what you use to pitch the ball out from bunkers and like the grass type thing. Bunkers, the rough, that type of thing. That's what you use to pitch the ball out of there, pitching wedge. And the irons, I believe, are for approach shots. They're for approach shots. So that's what you would use when you're not off the tee. That's what you would use when you are taking an approach. But basically what you have to do is figure out the distance that you have to cover with the golf ball, and that's how you figure out what iron to use, because they each have different strengths and different lengths that they'll throw the ball. So I never knew any of that before I started following golf. I just assumed all clubs were the same. I didn't know there was a huge distinct difference between like a putter and a 9 iron and a 5 iron and a pitching wedge. I just thought they were all the same. Now here's the best melee weapon in the game, right here. It's a rusty axe. One-handed axe, a little short but powerful and easy to handle. So the range is kind of crap, but this is it's so powerful you only need one hit to take down most enemies, and then you stomp on them because it's so powerful. So we got some good use out of the bat, but we're quickly gonna be trading it in now for the axe, and that's what we're gonna stay with for the rest of the game. The boss said that the number this time is the last digits of the store's phone number, but the phone number is written there on the sign of the roof. Anybody could see it from South Ashfield Street. Is that really okay? So that's a hint to go back and check out the what do you call it, the sign. We're gonna go do that, but we're also gonna recover our health first, because remember what I told you. You want to get that. You want to get that what do you call it? The sword that was stuck in that ghost before you leave. You don't want to leave it behind. You want to get it before you leave the area. Once you open up the door, you're heading upwards, so you do not want to leave that sword behind. So we're going to recover our health, and we're quickly gonna get that sword. We should only have the one ghost to worry about, because we did not disturb the other guy. There should be one more sword in an elevator behind the elevator car, but I'm not sure if we can access it just yet or not. I don't think so. I think you have to get it in the second time you come here. Nothing here. Yeah, I don't think you can get it just yet. Frank is still staring at that door. Still hoping to figure it out. Someone once said that maybe that's like an influence of whoever's causing this, that Eileen's starting to see. She's starting to watch more horror movies. I don't think so. I think that's just a regular slice of her life. I don't think what's influencing the apartment is actually causing her to watch those movies. I think it's just she's just sitting down watching a movie. That's all it is. Okay, so we have the bat and the club. We're gonna put those back. It is actually possible to get the whole collection of golf clubs, but it requires some effort because Some of them are being held in the hands of ape enemies who will not be willing to give them to you. You have to kill them. So let's store that, and let's store this because we don't need it. So good, we're at 46 bullets. Got 3 health drinks and 1 first aid kit. I'm trying to get 1 world done per video, which I know stretches out the the playthrough basically, but I like having it 1 specific world because that way we know where each section is in each video. So if you just want to check out the forest world, you can. If you just want to check out the subway world, you can. It's not like Silent Hill 3 and 2 where I just combined all the different areas in different videos. Yeah, we have to go back and retrieve that sword now. The good thing is we cleared all the enemies so that the area is completely clear. There's no danger left anywhere except for those slugs, which can't really do anything. They're just there for you to smash basically. They don't actually do anything. It is a long way. Now, one thing about the area we started in, that if you come back later on, because it's such a long way, if you come back later on, you can actually find an item there. I don't remember what it is. I think it might be a holy candle. You find it there, but it's some incentive to actually go back. Also, these guys, the more you kill them, the less they spawn. So you see, there was only like 4. Before it was like 8. So it's spawning less of them. Let's see if this elevator is still unavailable. Nope, it's still not there. Elevator's not here. Middle button doesn't actually do anything. I just wanted to press it so we can show you. It does not actually go anywhere. Yeah, the doors are locked. So you gotta go to the top one. This you want to get right here. Oh damn, we did trigger this guy. We should not have gone in here so soon. We should have gone when we come back. Oh well. He's not really that dangerous, just fast. It's a large spade, take the spade. Now this is actually the most powerful melee weapon, but it's also hella slow. We need that sword. Don't hesitate to hit them if you need to. There you go. Alright, enough of this guy. This is actually what annoyed some people of this game, the fact that ghosts are basically unkillable. Because they're ghosts, so that also means you can't really harm them permanently. makes it very annoying, which is why you want to pin some of them with the swords. We're going to pin one particular ghost with the sword later on in the apartment world, but for now you just gotta get both of them, because you need at least 3 for boss enemies. There's one boss you don't really have to pin permanently. I'll show you which one it is. He's very dangerous at close range, but he moves so slowly and shows up so rarely that you don't actually have to pin him. You can just ignore him. Oh yeah, I guess since we did disturb this guy, we might as well go over here, right? Is he down here? Let's see if he is down here. If we hear the music or the sound effect coming through the wall, we'll know that he's here. Oh, I don't think he's here. I guess since we triggered him and oh shit, he is here. Never mind. Never mind. Screw that guy. Screw that. We're not dealing with him again. I wanted to show you the upside down room, but yeah, it's just too much effort. We'd basically have to take him down and pin him with the swords just so we could get by him. You can look it up. It's basically this upside down room where you get in there and Henry's basically walking on the ceiling is what he's doing. Let's go get that first sword that we saw. Like I said, we could have gotten it at the very beginning, but the problem is you would have been dealing with the ghost chasing you through all these sections, so it's better to just leave it there than have him harassing you non-stop constantly. Those slugs can actually take a bit of your health if you're not careful. You don't want to run into them. You want to just see here. You want to just stomp on them when you can. So he won't move right away, so you do have some time to get down from there. And he won't appear in every single hallway, it's only some of them. Near the end, he's accompanied by that other ghost we just ran into. But as long as you keep moving, they're not too much of a threat. You don't really actually have to stand there and fight them. See, normally they would be in this hallway right here. Let's switch to the spade, just in case we do have to use it. Maybe let's see if we can do a bit of damage on those guys. Because we're not going to be using it throughout the game. It's just too slow. It's basically a giant shovel, which does hella powerful damage, but it's just too slow. See, because like the regular attack is just Henry smashing it. And then if you do the bonus special attack, the charge up, he kind of uses it almost like a stabbing sword. Look at how he runs with it too. Reminds you of how that cop ran with a gun in Jeepers Creepers 2. I mean Jeepers Creepers 3 at the very beginning. Running all goofy with her gun swinging side to side. After she conveniently let the creeper go without threatening him even once, then she pretended to be worried about her partner and ran after him. I believe the number for the bar is 5537, right? So we might not have to go look it up again. See, it's just slow. It's basically too slow to use effectively. Especially when some of those enemies move a lot faster than you do, so it's not a weapon you want to be using often. It's kind of like the great knife in Silent Hill 2. It may look cool and deal massive damage, but it's a pain to use. This is so slow. James literally has to drag it behind him. So not an optimal weapon at all for melee combat. You'd rather hit more frequently than hit harder, because you can always use one more hit from the axe to kill them, but too slow will actually get you injured, and then your health is gonna go down. So I'd rather just get more hits in than have to do this long, slow wind up attack, and I'll get hit like 2 or 3 times in the process. We're almost done with Building World. It's not that long. Apartment World is definitely longer. Yeah, I believe it is 5537, right? Oh no, it isn't. Is it 5570? Come on, get out of here. Or is it 3775 or 3? What was the other one? Maybe 3775? I don't know. Let's go take a look. I always get it mixed up. And it will change later on, so you have to go look at it again. It actually does change later on, reflecting the passage of real world time. Like, Henry's been stuck in that apartment all those days, but the world moves on without him. No new notes. Nothing there. $3750. That's it. 3750. You'd think after all the times I played this game I would remember it, but no, I always get it mixed up. Frank just can't leave that apartment alone, can he? She is not here. Yeah, let's put the spade away for now. Put these away. And I said 3750, right? Yep, 3750. Along with 555, my mortal nemesis in video games, movies, and TV shows. Because we all know it's the fake 3 numbers. Nobody uses those 3 numbers in real life. So it's a fake number created specifically for media. But what that does, it always takes me out of the story a little bit, because then it's reminding you, oh, this is just a fake story. You know, interrupt your immersion. Okay, so we got everything we needed to. Let's just put in the key code. It's 3, 7, 5, and 0. There you go. Unlocked. The stairways collapsed. It doesn't look like I could get through. That's a long way up. And here comes Mr. Ghosty again. Oh damn, he's on the freaking... Normally he stays outside the Normally they stay outside the range. Outside the stairway, but for some reason he's just following me now. He's supposed to stay on the barrier outside the stairway. You see, they're not supposed to actually come in here. So even though they drain your health little by little, you should have more than enough time to reach the top. Unless they decide to just circumvent the barrier and actually attack you. Their attacks aren't that dangerous, but they're still a pain in the neck. That stupid aura that they put out. I think that's what everybody hates about them most, the aura. I think if it weren't for that, and you could actually down them easier, nobody would have an issue with them. It's the fact that they're so almost invincible, and they have that damaging aura, so it's basically damaging you on two fronts. That's why everybody hates the ghost, I think. They're just too much of a hassle. But we made it to the top. What's this? It's door number 207 from my apartment building. There's a plate on the door. Remove the plate. Got the chaos placard. Placard from Building World. It has an abstract picture and says chaos. How hot must that chair be? It's an electrified chair, 19121. An electrified recliner or wooden chair? How did he strap him in there?
1, 2, 1.
Yeah, so there's no power source to the chair. It's just electrified out of nowhere. Funny thing is, if you don't have the subtitles turned on, you won't even be able to understand what he's saying. I don't think I understood it completely the first time I saw the game because I did not have subtitles turned on. I never play with the subtitles unless it's like unless the volume is really low, or unless I'm doing a playthrough for YouTube, because it's just very distracting the first time around. So Richard got fried. His history. And obviously this was next door, so or across from us, so this one does have an impact. Nobody noticed what's his name, Steph Andrews, because he was in the middle of nowhere. But this guy definitely got noticed. Maybe that orphanage in the forest and the cylinder-shaped prison were both somewhere in this photo too. Maybe, Henry, maybe. There was even a rumor that a UFO came flying right by the lighthouse. That's the UFO ending. I hear that it's almost never sunny in Silent Hill, and people say that when the fog comes out, strange things happen. Yeah, we know they do. There's a man in 207 pointing his finger. He's pointing at room 303. Eileen's room? Yeah, so Richard's not there anymore. His casual chair electrocuted him. Yeah, he's just there. That guy pointing at Eileen. There's the balloon. It seems that there's some kind of ancient native religion still active in Silent Hill.
Looks like another one, Captain. Got 121 on his head. It's just like that case from 10 years ago. Yeah, that Walter Sullivan case. But Sullivan's dead. They even got the body. Must be some crazy copycat. Yeah, but even so,
Yeah, that ain't no copycat. You see one more handprint right there?
And on a lighter note, we have a new addition to the zoo. Last night at 3 a.m., a female baby tiger was born, and both mother and child are reportedly doing just fine.
There we go again with the motherhood theme. Okay, so we're not gonna check out the remaining pictures and all this stuff, Eileen's room, etc. until next time, because I gotta go play Astrobot. So we're gonna save here. We completed building world, which was our goal. So we're gonna save here. Now we're heading over to apartment world, which is actually pretty lengthy, so we're gonna need a lot more time for that one. More than just 1 hour. So we're gonna do that when we come back next time. But yeah, another one bit the dust. This time it was Richard. So we're slowly starting to get a clear image of what this killer is doing. And we have his name, Walter Sullivan. What we don't have so far is actually a lot of information on Walter Sullivan. So we're going to be getting that as the game moves along and we receive more of those red files. But until next time, thank you for watching, and I will see you again next time on Silent Hill 4 on the PS2. See you later.